No staples, no glues, no tapes. It binds itself. Isn't that wild? Today, I'm going to teach you how to fold a 16-page zine using one single sheet of paper and a pair of scissors. You don't need glue, you don't need tape. All you need is one sheet of 8.5 by 11 printer paper and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. And we're gonna start by folding our sheet of paper in half like this. When I was in elementary school, we called this hamburger style. So you want to fold that up and make sure that the creases are really flat because that's going to help when you end up folding the entire zine together. So make sure every fold gets a really flat crease. I hope that makes sense. Just make sure it's really, really flat. Okay, so now we have our hamburger fold, and we're going to take the top part and fold it down into what is called a hot dog fold. A lot of food terminology when it comes to zine folding. Now you want to flip your paper over and do the same thing on the other side. Now you have one big rectangular fold. Make sure those creases are really, really flat. So now we want to open the entire thing, and you'll see that you have 4 columns. So now we want to turn our paper landscape and fold this in half for a hot dog fold. Okay, so now you should have a hot dog fold like this. What we're gonna do is fold this top part down to make an even smaller hot dog fold, just like this. Flip this over, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Nice and flat. Now let's unfold the entire thing. When you unfold it, you'll see that you have 16 squares, and those are your 16 pages. Now you want to fold your paper in half like this. You're going to cut from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Right there, that middle one, and that bottom one. So now you have 3 slits, and don't go any further than the middle part there. You just want to cut right to the middle. So your paper should now look like this. So now we're going to unfold it with that pointy side facing us, right? With the little, if I can make it clearer, you see the little triangle, the little tent, it's facing us. But now we're going to cut this part open here. So this little tent here and this little tent here. That's it. We're not going to cut this top one or this bottom one. We're only going to cut the 2 middle tents. Little tent open, and then this little tent open. Okay. So now that you cut those middle parts, we're going to take these flaps or these pages and fold them back like this. Make sure they're really nice and flat. Same thing with these. Really nice and flat. So now it looks like you have like a little frame, right? You have this middle part open and then a big rectangle on the outside. So now we want to flip our paper over, just like this. Take the top rectangle, fold it down like this. Now you take the bottom rectangle, fold it upwards like this. And now you take both sections and fold it on top of each other like this. So now your paper should look like this. We're going to open this middle part. You should have a little space in between. We're going to open it like this and squeeze it together, and then fold it all up. And then you'll know where your cover and your back cover is because you'll have a closed up spine like this. So if you're folding it and there's like space to, slip your fingers through, that's not the front cover or the back cover. Find that clean little spine with no gaps and no flaps. Fold it up. That's your cover. You're gonna open it up and you'll have 16 pages inside. Okay, so now you have a blank 16-page zine. All you need to do is go in and decorate it. What helps me is numbering the zine while it's folded, so if I ever need to unfold the entire thing to decorate, I remember my page order. If you don't want to do that and deal with the hassle of numbering the pages yourself, I made a template for you that has the numbers already on it, and you just have to print it out and decorate over it. If you'd rather make your zine digitally instead of by hand, I also made a template that works in Photoshop and Procreate. Both of these templates are free and they're linked in the description down below. Remember that your zine is double-sided. You're using one single sheet of paper, but you're printing on both the front and the back if you make copies, right? So whether you make your zine digitally or by hand, if you want to make copies of it, you're going to have to remember to print double-sided. Each printer is different, so you'll have to go into your printer settings to figure out how your printer prints double-sided, or you might just do it manually by using a scanner or a copier. And when it comes to your zine's content, remember that you can make your zine about pretty much anything. This is the one I made. It's about a funny Nick Cage interview that I saw where he's having to describe the new movie that he's in using 11 words.
Explain what your film is about in only 11-word sentence.
11-word sentence.
Oh, Nick. Yeah.
Blood, lust, greed, capitalism, bison, environment, First Nation, horses, carriages, actors, acting.
But keep in mind that your zine doesn't have to be this idea. It doesn't have to be about Nick Cage. It doesn't have to be made digitally. You can also make it by hand. You can add collages, photos. You can use it as a little notebook. It really is up to you. There are no rules. The possibilities are endless. As long as you're having fun and expressing yourself, you can't do it wrong.